has got further custody of Chitra Ramakrishna and 4 days custody has been granted. Big news coming in, viewers. Big news coming in. Now, this is a former NSE chief, Chitra Ramakrishna, we're talking about. And this is a money laundering case involving alleged phone tapping and snooping of employees of the stock exchange. Niranjan is there to take us through all the details. Niranjan, over to you.
That's the breaking news update coming in right now. ED gets for the custody of Chitra Ramakrishna. Breaking news update now coming in. Shavan joining us with more details in the phone tapping scandal. In the phone tapping scandal, there have been some sensational details that have come in. More cases filed, one from the ED, one from the CBI. In all, Sanjay Pandey, the former commissioner of Mumbai, facing 5 cases, and allegations are very serious. Chitra Ramakrishna sent to further custody of the Enforcement Directorate. Shavan, what's the argument of the police? Or the ED, I beg your pardon.
Well, in fact, 4 days custody has now been granted to the Enforcement Directorate of former MD of the National Stock Exchange, Chitra Ramakrishna. Remember, she was arrested by the Enforcement Directorate following questioning that was done by the Central Bureau of Investigation. Now, she's been taken into custody in the illegal phone tapping case, in which the Enforcement Directorate was perhaps the first agency to basically tip off the Ministry of Home Affairs that illegal interception was being carried out by the National Stock Exchange. And at the helm of affairs was the former MD of the National Stock Exchange, that is Chitra Ramakrishna and Ravi Narayan. In fact, in their investigation that has been carried out so far, they have basically found evidence to the effect that a particular private firm, which goes by the name of ISEC Securities Private Limited, was basically roped in by Chitra Ramakrishna. They say that this was all the basis of a recommendation that was made by financial journalist Sucheta Dalal. Once again, to underscore the point, this is a claim that has been made by Chitra Ramakrishna and something that the Enforcement Directorate as well as the Central Bureau of Investigation are essentially looking at it at this point in time. The reason why it raises an eyebrow at this point in time is simply because of the fact that the kind of interception that was carried out was only possible by state agencies. And secondly, the Ministry of Home Affairs was not looped in by the National Stock Exchange when they essentially wanted to carry out surveillance. And also it turns out that all of this was basically being done under the garb of what they called a cyber vulnerability study.
Okay, thank you for that, Shavan. Thank you, Shavan, joining us with those details. Handing it back to you for now. Tracking the story very closely. In fact, we have some exclusive news breaks on the story on the phone tapping scandal coming up at 6 p.m., this is exclusive. It's Shavan's show at 6 p.m. tonight. Some more revelations on the phone tapping scandal, the biggest business story rocking the business world in Mumbai. Stay tuned.